Yo, what's going on, you guys? Your boy Devon Terrell in raw form, and welcome to another Help Me Devon raw tutorial. And today, in this Help Me Devon raw tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how I made a $50 microphone sound like a $1,500 microphone. Let's get right to it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play you two different audio files, mic 1 and mic 2. One mic is the $1,500 microphone, and one mic is the $50 microphone. Listen closely, I'll play one right after the other. Mic 1 first.
Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do. And we watched everything on Netflix, yeah. Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do. And we watched everything on Netflix, yeah.
Are you confused? I'll play it for you one more time. Mic 1.
Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do. And we watched everything on Netflix, yeah. Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do. And we watched everything on Netflix, yeah.
Okay, so one mic is a $1,500 microphone and the other mic is a $50 microphone. Now, I'm gonna tell you disclosure. Both of these mics were recorded on the same preamp, the same cord, the same chain as far as coming into this computer. It's just a different microphone. These are the same exact microphones, and I just altered the plugins and processing on the cheaper mic to get it to sound more like the expensive microphone. Okay, so which one was it? Was it mic 1, the $1,500 microphone, or was it mic 2 was the $1,500 microphone? I'll wait. Well, if you guessed that mic 2 was the $1,500 microphone, you were absolutely wrong. Mic 2 was actually the $50 microphone. It was this bad boy right here, a Shure SM58, which retails for about $100 brand new, but used, you can get this thing for about $50 on eBay or any of those places. Now, this microphone is extremely common. If you're an artist and you have performed before, chances are you performed on this microphone. The expensive microphone that we were recording on was the Neumann TLM 103, which is one of my favorite microphones. Is what I record a lot of my vocals on. Now, granted, sometimes you can find them for about $1,000, but if you get like sets and stuff with them, it can come up to 15. How did we make this microphone sound like that microphone, or even close? Even if you could tell the difference and you did know the difference, I don't think you could deny me and say that this thing did not sound close in a sense. So I'm gonna show you how to basically take this thing from rag to riches, which is a vocal chain that we can have you follow with. So this vocal chain that I created for this microphone to sound like the other microphone is now in my description. You can download it for FL Studio, Ableton, Pro Tools, Logic, etc. I'm going to walk you through how I got to this process, but nonetheless, you can download that now in my description. And buy it from our website at helpmedevon.info if you want to follow along. Now let's get to how we did this. Okay, so mic 2 is our Shure SM58. Now, what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna turn off all of these plugins below, and then I'm gonna explain to you why I'm doing it. So what I did was this. Basically, the way that I got this microphone to sound like the $1,500 microphone is I used two plugins. Yes, I used two plugins to basically match the sonics of the TLM 103 from Neumann with the SM58. So this is what I did. So first thing I'll do is I'll show you an A/B it. So this is without plugins. This is just the two plugins that I use to match the sound sonically. This is without a mix on the vocal, but this is just how I match the vocals. So listen to mic 2 first, or better yet, let's just do mic 1 first, which is the Neumann. So let's listen to the Neumann first. Listen closely.
Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do. And we watched everything on Netflix, yeah.
SM58.
Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do. And we watched everything on Netflix, yeah.
Now, sure, that wasn't the same, but let's be honest, guys. This is a $50 microphone, and we got it to be comparable, slightly comparable to the Neumann. How did we get that thing to be slightly comparable? Well, let me show you this little trick that I have. The only thing that I did, or the two things that I did, was I used this plugin from T-Rax called Mic Room. And I love this plugin. This is something that I would use a lot back in the day when I didn't have equipment, when I just wanted to have different sonic characteristics of microphones, etc. At my disposal. And this thing really will give you this type of functionality and versatility in your studio. So this is what I did. So basically within the plugin, within Mic Room, it's a microphone emulation plugin. So basically it'll take your microphone, whatever sound you record, and it'll give you characteristics of whatever other mic that you want it to sound like. So if you come right over here, you'll see it says source and you'll see target. So to me, when I click source, I always try to pick the microphone that my microphone is actually closest to. So in our case, you see it says Dynamic 58. Now, I'm not too sure why they name it Dynamic 58. In my head, I know that they're probably referring to the SM58. I don't know, maybe for legal purposes, that's what they did. But if you click right on here, over here on source, you can see a ton of microphones that are similar to ones that you've seen on the market. So you see SM58, you see Dynamic 57, which is probably a SM57. You see a Condenser 87, which to me, if you look, it looks like a Neumann U87, right? Then you'll see a C414, which reminds me it might be the AKG C414. This thing seems to me to be modeling after microphones that are already out there and have these characteristics. So for your source, I always pick the microphone that basically is very close to mine so that I can get a more accurate translation to the other one. So of course, I picked the Dynamic 58 because this is an SM58 and this is a dynamic microphone. And I want it to sound like a Neumann U87, which is a $3,000 microphone actually. But in my head, I just want it to have, of course, I want to make it sound like the Neumann U87. So this is what it does. So I'll bypass this. I'll keep bypassing it back and forth and letting you hear. I'm going to take all of this off. So listen closely to this microphone. This is the SM58. So before and after. So I'll keep bypassing it back and forth.
Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do and we watched everything on Netflix. Yeah.
Again.
Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do and we watched everything on Netflix. Yeah.
Again.
Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do and we watched everything on Netflix.
So you can hear this slight clarity boost. You can hear some of that topping kind of cut through. And this is literally an unmixed vocal. This is a raw vocal, me sitting right here going like this and basically it getting that sound. So I told it, hey, give me this characteristic. I want the U87 characteristic because I have a TLM 103 and it can be closely resembled to a U87. So that's what we tried to accomplish, to match it. Okay. Next thing I did was I moved right on over here. And all I did was add some EQ. So the only thing I did was use Mic Room and some EQ in order to match this microphone over here, which is the TLM 103. So I'm going to bypass this EQ back and forth and let you get an idea of what it sounds like. Now, remember, you can download this in the same template and buy this template on my website at helpmedevon.info if you want to follow along with me to make this a lot easier for you. But this template is available for vocal chain, excuse me. Okay. So I'm going to bypass it back and forth and let you hear what it sounds like without it. So without it first.
Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do and we watched everything on Netflix. Yeah. Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do and we watched everything on Netflix. Yeah.
So you can hear a clarity boost. You can hear this kind of resonate a little better. You'll notice that I bumped up the top end in that 8 kilohertz, 5 kilohertz range, which is kind of where this particular mic, the TLM 103, kind of has a bump in it naturally from the microphone source. So that's what we did. We took out a lot of those low end frequencies that bothered me in the SM58, and then we found a way to make it a little bit more comparable to the 103. So I'll play the 103 with first, and then I'll play the SM58 after and let you hear, did we match it pretty well? So let's do the TLM 103 first.
Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do and we watched everything on Netflix. Yeah.
SM58.
Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do and we watched everything on Netflix. Yeah.
Now, I mean, guys, to my ears and to my headphones, and please tell me you're listening to headphones, it's close. I'm not saying it's the same exact thing, but it's close. Even performance-wise, I tried to nail it the same exact way so that I can make this as close as possible. But guys, I got this thing close with using T-Rex Mic Room and an EQ, super simple. And then I put it all together and I literally did the same settings I did on, now Now that I have it to a sonic level or a sonic a place that is similar to the TLM 103, now I have the SM58, and basically the TLM 103 and the SM58 are sitting in the same place. They're probably like the same loudness. I have them the same frequency ranges. So now if I apply a 76 or any compression or anything like that to this one, it should ultimately affect the other one the same way in a similar fashion. So that's what I did. So literally, look right on my mix window. You'll see these that are bypass, meaning when it's blue, it's bypass. All of this is basically the same exact thing. So from the blue down, these are the same exact plugins and settings across the board on both of them. So once I got it to match as far as, okay, here's the sonics of the microphones, correct? Now all of them match going down. They're the same exact thing. So let's turn this back on, and let's A/B again. I'll play it for you and give you an idea. So let's play mic 2. Let's play with the let's play with the SM58 first. Listen to the SM58.
Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do, and we watched everything on Netflix. Yeah.
Mic 1, Neumann.
Cause it's just me and you and we got nothing to do, and we watched everything on Netflix. Yeah.
I mean, it's close. At the end of the day, we shouldn't even be having a conversation, or you shouldn't even be giving a second thought to which one it is. It should be blatant, right? Well, that's not the case in this situation. We've created a super dope vocal chain that you guys can download at the site. That's just incredible. And I wanted you guys to understand, don't get so caught up in how expensive the microphone is. More or less, get more in tune with how can you take your tools and manipulate them to get it to sound the way you want it to sound. So that when you buy the expensive microphone, not saying it won't impress you, but at least you know how to even make that better. You understand what I'm saying? So this is extremely powerful. This is our Rags to Riches vocal chain. It'll be available in, like I said, in FL Studios, Ableton, Pro Tools, and Logic as well. And you guys can download this vocal chain right here for your cheapo microphones if this is what you're using, or if you're using a really cheap microphone. This will definitely help enhance what you have there to give it something comparable to that type of sound. So I hope that this helped you. This is basically my way of how I turned a $50 microphone into a $1,500 microphone, just with some EQ and a plugin called T-Rax Mic Room. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Let me know you have any questions or concerns in the comments below. Also, make sure you follow us at Help Me Devon on the Instagram. You can also email us any questions you have at helpmedevon@gmail.com. And just let me know if you guys have any questions or concerns. I really hope you liked that tutorial. I thought that was really fun to do and very interesting. If you were wrong, be honest. I want you to tell me in the comments. And if you were right, hey, then you were right. But until next time, you guys.